It's time again for another episode of Mr. Nailsin's Sunday Comics, and we're continuing on with issue 3 of Jack Kirby's The Eternals, When Gods Walk the Earth. So, here once again, the real star of the Eternals. Yes, that's right, Icarus. There he is, getting blasted by some highly advanced technology from the Deviants. Yeah, those dumb animals in the movies. Yeah, they were able to make spaceships with, I don't know, energy beams or whatever. And there's his gal pal Margot. Gee, I wonder where she was in the movie. She wasn't. No. Anyway, Devil in the Sky. Yeah. All right, but it's really Devil in New York. Okay, well, sometimes the covers of comic books can be misleading. So anyway, in this magazine, the hidden chapters in the history of man are quickly being revealed. Untouched for thousands of years, a large crypt in an Incan ruin has discharged a living flight crew for a spacecraft has appeared, and this is their century to service the Devil in New York.
One of the great Celestials has landed. It is Arishem, leader of the fourth host. The mission of the gods is now clear. This is the hour of Earth's trial.
But what does it mean, Ajax? Does this Arishem herald the coming of disastrous times, such as befell man in the distant past?
I kind of just told you that already.
Is he going to take his, like, the helmet's so heavy, he's going for it? Nah. So there we are. So there he is, Arishem. You can see how big he is. Is he giving him a thumbs up? Hey, Well, let's see. The answer lies in the overpowering presence of Arishem. He is a giant who rivals the surrounding mountains, and on his open palm is the formula that enables him to decimate worlds. He is a space god, faceless as yet to all who view him. But when he steps down from his ceremonial pylon in 50 years, so, you got time to get your stuff together, all living creatures on Earth shall see him and know that they've been judged. So, so that's the magic formula, see? I don't understand him, but of course not. You're not a space god. So, there we go. So, centuries ago, his kind came here to topple great civilizations with weapons that shook the world. Yeah, the civilization of the Deviants.
As an archaeologist, I'm dumbfounded at the sight of an ancient myth come alive.
The Celestials were here before man, Dr. Damien. Look well upon the source of many mysteries. It was all aliens. Yeah. Some of Arishem's mighty host are about to disembark from the spacecraft. They will command this place now, and we, their servants, shall stand by and marvel at their devices. I think I'm skipping ahead here, but, space gods are one thing, but copyright gods, don't mess with that.
And so it begins, a new age of the space gods on Earth. This is their hour. What happens now is beyond reckoning. They planted intelligent life on this planet. The crop has matured. The Celestials will test it and weigh its value. This is a wonderful opportunity to study the Celestials.
Will it be dangerous? Yes. That's probably the most important question here. What is our position, Ajax?
You have a choice, Icarus. You may stay or leave.
But I just got here.
The Celestials intend to seal off this area. It will remain thus for the next 50 years.
That's bad news, Margot. You can't possibly stay.
But this is so ridiculous. Why are the Celestials doing this?
There's no way to question the Celestials, child. What they decide to do, they will do. If we leave, a treasure house of knowledge will be lost to us.
You know, Kirby's art is an amazing thing to behold, and he set an awful lot of the tropes and stuff of comics, of action and design and all that. But man, sometimes, especially the women, I mean, what? She's got a receding hairline or what? I don't know, but yeah, what are you going to do?
And if we stay, we'll be shut up in this place for half a century, aging, perhaps dying.
Well, yeah.
How much time is left to us before the Celestials begin this sealing off, Ajax?
Only moments, Icarus. You humans must make your decision.
No.
Good Lord, only moments left.
I can't believe this.
The lawnmower's starting up.
Hush, Margot. What's that sound?
Irishman's host is descending. Your time is almost gone. You can't stay, Margot. You'll be old when the seal is lifted. Come with me.
Well, she's going to be old regardless of where she stays there, Icarus, but I guess they can have fun for a little while. Oh, that's how it goes, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, the ominous sound grows louder, and decision becomes the most agonizing effort of the human will. And it always is, isn't it?
Heed the word of Icarus, humans. He and I are eternals. We are ageless. We can weather the time without effect. But you... Go now. Go now! Margot, listen to me. All I've ever hoped to find is here. I must stay. What I'm trying to say is that you can't sacrifice your youth for my dreams.
Dad!
Your father has made his choice, Margot, but you've hesitated too long. I'm deciding for you. We're leaving.
Well, that's mighty mansplaining of you there, Icarus. No wonder he had to be canceled. Icarus seizes the girl and tucks her beneath his brawny arm, and then...
Well done, Icarus. We'll meet again in 50 years. Goodbye, Margot. Be happy, child.
I'll see that she remains safe, sir.
Let me go, Dad! Dad!
Time has run out as Icarus bolts from the Inca ruin with his burden.
Boy, the honeymoon's already over, huh?
Great moving shadows can be seen across the plateau. The host is at work. The job of closing the area has begun.
Put me down. I may never see my father again.
Yeah, he probably won't. Anyway, the giant Irishman, the giant Irisham stands silent on the pylon as his host glides into position.
Icarus, please, I must stay.
It's too late for words, Margot. The expedition plane stands ready to fly us out. Icarus acts with lightning-like speed. He jams Margot into the light plane despite her struggle and protest.
Animal! You don't know what you're doing!
Get in and stop fighting me!
And then he spanks her and stuff. Speaking of spanking, oh boy, Crow has run afoul of, Emperor Toad there. So he's got to get his beating. So meanwhile, in the undersea kingdom of the Deviants, another hidden chapter of history unfolds. These are cruel and misshapen people, and that's why you should hate them. They're ugly. Who shared the same common ancestor with humans, apes, and Eternals, like Icarus. Once these deviants dared to challenge the gods, and lost. Now, like the gods, that dream has been resurrected.
Punishment won't change him. Crow will be a fool to the end. You knew that the gods were returning to Earth, Crow, yet you failed to stop them. They will soon be upon us.
With such a warlord to lead us, I predict a gloomy future for our hopes.
Not so, not so. Release me, and we shall beat the gods.
Well, that's what passes for a babe in Deviant World, Anyway.
He's as boastful as ever. Our ruling family has never been short of braggers.
Your crow is not without cleverness and spirit. I say give him his chance. Release him. Incidentally, if you'd like more of a fill-in on the Deviants, get the 2 previous issues and see a startling view of prehistory. Yeah, that's what you can do. So anyway, Chloe convinces him he's got a plan. So he's able to manipulate his own structure and produce horns. So Crow's bowed head slowly rises, and upon it are the products of his ability to manipulate his own atomic structure. They will not laugh at this, great toad, for to this very day this image lingers like a virus in their brains. Give the humans a real devil, and they'll destroy the galaxy to be rid of him. The devil!
Very clever, Crow. The humans will see you, but think it is the gods. Their war shall be our opportunity. Very good, very good.
Meanwhile, at that moment, a small plane hurdles the high Andes Mountains with the smoothness of a gliding condor.
I'm awake, Icarus. I'll raise no fuss if you return me to my father.
That's impossible, Margot. Your father is where he wants to be, with Ajax and the Celestials. And I'm beginning to understand why you wanted to get rid of him. And he will live out his years undisturbed and happy in his work. When his days are done, he will know more than any other human. And then he'll die because he's really old.
What's to become of me?
You're an adult now, stupid. But anyway,
What's to become of me? What will the future be like without father?
Margot glances down at the mountains below. In the distance, a gigantic white hemisphere covers the place of the gods. It glows with a fine radiance, a new mystery for the world to solve. Suddenly, Icarus takes the plane to the levels above the clouds. The mountains have given way to a kingdom of white cotton vapors. This should help, Margot. Things look much better up here.
It's beautiful, but not beautiful enough to heal my wound.
Oh, jeez. Would nothing satisfy you? Icarus wheels about the sky, a thing out of legend and myth, a sight of grace and breathtaking wonder. Yeah, I've had to skip a bit, but, you know.
Please come back. You're fantastic, but frightening.
Then a bright, jagged flash catches him in mid-flight and staggers him with its potent power. So he's got his super suit on finally. So there you go. Boy, those colors remind me of somebody. Yeah. The clouds have parted to reveal the sea below and the strange aircraft which hurtles from its green depths. So there's Crow and his Crowmobile.
The Eternal is uninjured. The Z-ray can kill 100 humans. It should have wounded one like Icarus. Hit him with the shock howitzer.
Well, he seems to be in some amount of discomfort. Shaken and stunned, Icarus manages to evade the effort to disable him.
It's the Deviants. They've come out of their ocean rat holes.
Don't be frightened, Margot. I'll handle him.
Icarus, what's happening?
Hit him, you fools!
Zap. But they hit the plane instead. But it's understandable. It's a bigger target, you know. So anyway, I guess Icarus is getting seasick or something. Inside the plane.
You're hurt. I don't know how to help you.
Stay your fears, girl. Eternals can be hurt, but they cannot die.
What happens now? That hostile ship is determined to wreck us. We haven't got a chance of escaping.
Please listen, Margot. Shut up. Do as I tell you. Sit back in your seat and brace yourself.
Gotta let one rip.
Icarus shuts his eyes and begins to concentrate on some unfathomable thought. His brow knits and the skin tightens on his rugged features. Meanwhile, in the pursuing aircraft, Crow, the deviant harangues his crew. Oh, harangues his crew. Oh, jeez. To the greater effort. Yeah. This shot will do the job, sir.
I'm right on target. Make certain this time. Blast them out of the sky.
In the electronic gun sight, the light plane appears like a helpless moth, awaiting sudden destruction.
Steady. Steady. No!
But a fraction of an instant before the trigger is pressed, the view screen goes blank. Its target vanishes from sight. The astonished gunner stares at an empty sky. What? Then it vanished, sir. The target simply vanished.
Fools, dunderheads, idiots! You allowed them to escape. I'll have your hides for this.
But Icarus is an eternal, sire. They're never short of tricks.
No, they're not. Eternals are clever and talented, but we deviants are relentless in pursuit. We'll find Icarus again. Meanwhile, continue on our present course. We have a job to do in New York.
Where only astronauts are trained to travel, Icarus has taken the same path with an ease unknown to man. The plane is now encapsulated to shield it in regions where it was never meant to fly.
You're taking this well, Margot. You have courage.
I'm just too petrified to show my fright.
Oh, well, now you've just spoiled my opinion of you. The rate of speed is enormous. The capsule covers thousands of miles in fleeting seconds.
New York!
We're descending. Where are we headed for?
New York.
New York? But Dad and I have a home in Denver. I thought you would take me.
I intended to take you there, but a mental probe of the deviants in that aircraft has changed my mind. Trust me, Margot. You shall be comfortable and safe.
Well, she hasn't so far, but... So here's Cersei. There she is prancing and dancing around and stuff, just like in the movie. Yeah, she does. That's totally different character at this point, personality-wise. The apartment's interior presents an almost alien sight. It is no more startling than the graceful female figure soaring through the air.
You are as you've always been, Cersei. Beautiful, charming, inspiring to watch. To say more would exhaust the adjectives in 1,000 languages.
Flatterer, you're afraid that I'll turn you into a pig, but I'm too fond of you to do that. How do you like it, Icarus? Has my dance form improved since we last met?
Oh, well, meow, meow, she's all feeling inadequate and stuff,
She's an eternal. It seems they turn up in the most unexpected places.
So there you go. That's Cersei.
Remember the Greece of old, Icarus? The parties, the music?
Cersei, please, be serious. Times have changed. The dangers have changed.
So you've brought me this girl to me.
Oh, wow.
To place her under my protection. I can read your thoughts, Icarus. You naughty boy.
No. That's not peer into that. I've been to the Inca ruins in the Andes, Cersei. The space gods have returned. The situation for this world is grave. All humanity will soon be aware of it, and the deviants are already making a move towards conflict.
How true to their nature. This is bad news. That's why you've come here. The deviants have chosen New York for their first strike. Icarus, listen.
I shall be here when the deviants arrive, but first I must place this human in your charge. Her name is Margot Damien. Fate has bound us to each other. In the strife to come, I shall depend on you for her safety.
She bears a great sadness within her, a sudden grievous experience. I'll try to be cooperative.
Oh, a cooperative house guest, Cersei. Yeah.
Be gentle with... Be gentle with her. Margot is in need of a kind friend. I must leave. The deviants will be upon this city in moments.
The fates be with you, Icarus. The fates be with us all. Go then. Give the rotten little monsters what they well deserve.
Anyway, you can see what I meant. She's, she likes to dance around and party and stuff, and it's kind of flirty and all that. Yeah, none of that in the movie. None of that. Anyway, So I've skipped a few pages too, so, you know. But the terror has already overtaken the city. A fiery beam has swept like a scythe from the sky and set a block of warehouses aflame. Demonic figures garbed in spacesuits descend with thermal weapons. Chaos and destruction follow rapidly. So yeah, there again, the deviants, the dumb animals from the movie, you know, with spacesuits and ray guns. Anyway, it is the sight of one awesome vision outlined starkly against the flames that curdles the marrow of the fleeing crowds.
Tremble, humans. I've returned from space to reclaim this domain.
Each human eye sees and believes. Each human ear hears the voice and knows it belongs to the king of infamy.
It's the devil himself. The devil's real.
I never believed he existed until now.
He's back. He's come back to plague us. What do we do?
There is fear and there is panic, yet in many there is also anger.
He doesn't frighten me. I say we
lick him?
And send him back into space.
If it's a fight he wants, then he'll get one.
Even as Icarus hastens to the scene, the stage is set for a war that will sweep the world. Next issues. Well, they've got issues, don't they? Next issue, Eternal versus Deviant. Oh, well, again. And more of the gods. The most spectacular battle ever fought in a Marvel comic. Read
Night of the Demons.
And read it we will for next week's episode of Mr. Nailsin's Sunday Comics. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness, so many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.